Alright, you guys, we're doing it. We're finally revisiting Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Full disclosure, most of you guys already know this, but I'm one of the biggest Marvel Spider-Man fanboys out there. And as many of you guys know, I was lucky enough to be invited to play Marvel Spider-Man 2 early at the premiere event in Los Angeles. I was one of the first people to get my hands on this game. With that being said, I'm going to do my very best to be as objective as possible and share my thoughts on the game now that time has passed. When Marvel Spider-Man 2 first dropped, I think I gave it around a 9 out of 10. I was pretty high on it, and honestly so was the rest of the world. As of right now, the Metacritic score sits at 90 and the user score is just under 9. Those are seriously some impressive numbers. But over time, it seems like there's been a bit of a shift within the community. Some people have started to sour on the game just a little bit. We'll get into some of those criticisms soon, but first let's talk about what Insomniac absolutely nailed with Marvel Spider-Man 2. Take it from someone who has made dozens of wishlist videos before the game came out. Insomniac really delivered on almost everything that the fans were asking for in the sequel. For starters, they expanded the playable map. Not only did they make it bigger, but they made it twice as big by adding new boroughs like Queens and Brooklyn. We even got Coney Island, which was amazing. The map felt far more dense and alive with more traffic, more people, and just that overall New York City energy. Traversal also got a major boost. Web swinging was twice as fast. We got web wings, corner tethering, loop-de-loops, and more air tricks. These were all highly requested features that once again Insomniac came through with. Combat also saw some improvements with brand new abilities and some incredibly satisfying symbiote combat. And let's not forget that they let us play as Venom within a mission, which is just so awesome and a major thing that people were really wanting to see in this game. Hopefully that's just a tease of what's to come in the future. Now, I did hope for some wall combat, which didn't happen, but overall the combat felt smooth, impactful, and way more dynamic thanks to the new abilities and gadgets. The gameplay in general, just so much better, so much faster. The power of the PS5 was on full display with this one, and I know most of you guys agree with me. I did run a poll on my channel asking if you guys could only play Spider-Man PS4 or Spider-Man 2 for the rest of your life, what would you pick? And about 70% of you guys chose Marvel Spider-Man 2. But here's the thing, the comments overwhelmingly said that they picked it for the gameplay, while they felt that the first game had a stronger story. And honestly, I have to say I agree with you guys. This is where the fans really start to split. The story. Let me start by saying this. Spider-Man 2 is a damn good story. I love it. But yes, there are some issues. The biggest one, there just needed to be more time with the Venom storyline. The second that Peter loses the symbiote suit, the game really just flies by. The first two acts are so well paced and developed, but then the third act felt a little bit rushed. And that's actually a testament to how good the game is. The biggest complaint is that we just wanted more of it. I also think that the story did struggle at times to balance all of these different threads. This game is slam-packed. You've got Peter and Miles, Peter and Harry, Peter and MJ, Harry and Norman, Miles trying to juggling being Spider-Man and prepping for college. Then you have Kraven, you have Lizard, and it's a lot, especially coming off of two more focused and self-contained stories in Marvel Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales. Now, to be fair, Insomniac did handle all of it pretty well, but it does make you wonder, could they have trimmed a couple of things to give more room for the Venom arc? And that's just something I think is a fair question. That said, I still really enjoy Marvel Spider-Man 2's story. And let's be real, we're comparing it to a near flawless narrative of Marvel Spider-Man 1. But even after 2 years, I do stand by my rating of 9 out of 10. The gameplay is just so phenomenal with tons of replayability, and I'm always down to swing through New York City and beat up some criminals. And the story does have enough heart to make me want to keep going back to it. Now, to wrap up this video, let's talk about one of the biggest reasons I think that people kind of have turned on Marvel Spider-Man 2 post-launch, and that's just the lack of DLC. To be fair, there was no DLC ever confirmed, but the game did feel like it was setting something up with all of its side stories, and most fans did assume that there would be DLC just because Spider-Man 1 had some. But based on some unfortunate leaks, it looks like there was DLC planned at one point in time, but it ended up being canceled. And yeah, I do think that there is a small but very vocal group of people who have unfairly gone after Insomniac because of that. But again, it's just a small and loud minority. From what I've seen online in my interactions with you guys, there's still a ton of love for this game and the franchise, and I believe that that energy and excitement is going to carry us right into Marvel's Spider-Man 3. So those are just my thoughts on Marvel's Spider-Man 2. I would love to know what you guys would rate this game now that it's been about 2 years since it's been released. Also, if you want even more content from me, including a monthly podcast, then consider becoming a channel member. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video.